So I've had this idea that if I go pole fishing and lure fishing at the same time, I'll end up catching a lot more fish than I would if I just went pole fishing or just went lure fishing. So I'm going to be putting that to the test in this video. Hope you all enjoy. Lure fishing and pole fishing, something I've never really done at the same time before. But today basically all I'm going to be doing is pole fishing and lure fishing at the same time. Whilst I'm waiting for bites on the pole, I'll be lure fishing and so on, so on. So I think I'm going to waste no time, get the pole rigged up and get lure fishing. As usual, maggots are my bait of choice, so I'll pop one of them on the hook and I'm ready to fish. So now the pole's in the water and I'm just waiting for them bites to come. Saying that, I've got a few now, nothing major though. But I'm going to get lure fishing and see if I can get some nice perch. As usual, I've got my favourite perch lure on. It's a small little yellow paddle tail. It always does me really well and gets me some nice perch. So the reason I'm lure fishing here is because in the past videos and past fishing sessions I've had here, I've had some nice, really bright, colourful perch. Probably the nicest ones I've ever caught in my experience of fishing, really. A barge came past not long ago and I think it's got a leaf on my hook on the pole. So I'm going to lift the pole up and just get... I have a grudging. Not so bad for my first catch on the pole, eh? I don't want to be catching any more of them though. I didn't even know I had this guy on the pole, I just lifted it up because I thought there was a leaf on, and it was a gudgeon. So here he is, my first catch on the pole, first catch of the day. Hopefully I won't be seeing many more of them, but that's decent. I don't know what I'm hooked on, but I'm half and half. I think it might be a snag, but at the same time it could be a fish because I can feel something fighting and moving in, but I'm not sure, it's weird. Turns out it was just a snag. I'm thinking just behind me there in the background, if you can see all them reeds, I think that would be an absolute prime location for perch, big and small perch actually, because I've seen big ones come out of here in the past, so why shouldn't they be here now? But I think for the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to be casting just right behind me there, there's a little crevice, and I'm going to be casting into there with my little tiny lure, seeing what I can whip out, and if I can land the perch, get it on the bank. At the moment I've been casting over there for 5 minutes or so, and I've just, about 20 out of the 30 casts I've had have been in the bush right over there. I've nearly got snagged and nearly lost my lure a good 20 times I'd say. So I don't know, in a minute I'm probably just going to move down there, like to that barge, have a fish there. The pole's currently having a few small nibbles, nothing much though. I'll only strike if it goes right the way under. In a moment, I think I'm going to pack the pole, not pack it up for good. I'm just going to hook the hook at the end of it basically and walk down that way a bit, just to a different bit of the canal I've never fished before, because here the bites are very slow. Even with the lure, I thought I'd had one on the lure by now. Not that I catch on the lure often, but still I thought I would have for some reason. But I'm going to move down there and test out all the new spots, because after all, the fish ain't going to come to me. I'm going to have to go and find them. So I've decided to move now, not too far from the last spot, about 10 metres down the stretch of canal actually, but it's a different place, different fish. Fish could lurk anywhere. So I put the pole in, I've got the lure ready to go, and I'm going to catch a fish. I'm thinking for the pole, right by this barge here, I'm going to pop it in, and all the fish from underneath the barge, they'll come out, see my maggot and go for it. Highlight of my day at the minute, I'm just catching leaves. I did have some on, but they've literally just fell off. I was going to show them, but I've been catching leaves on the lure, that's about it. So I'm just beside the bridge here, and I think a few casts with the lure rod underneath the bridge wouldn't hurt. I've caught a perch under here with a lure before, quite a while back now, but it was big, and I want to catch that big one again. So I'm on my 10th cast down here now. I've had a bite, I've had one bite, and I'm really confident. So I'm going to go for it. First bit of action on the pole in a good 20 minutes. Hopefully it goes right the way under and I can strike. Not being funny, but that is, I don't know if you can see my float, but it's proper waggling. So I could have a fish on. I'm just going to pull up and... oh, there's no fish, but my maggot's gone, so that's a good sign. Good thing I checked the rod then, otherwise I would have never known there was no maggots on. And I still won't be catching. At least now I've got a very high chance of catching, because it's not like I'm not on the depth. I'm on the depth of the canal. About 5 foot I'd say it is, and I'm just on the bottom of that with my maggots. I think I'm about to get one on the pole. The float's proper going, it's going under and under, happening again. I'm just going to strike. There's nothing on, I'm going to go again though. I think my mission at the moment is literally just to catch a nice looking perch on this pole or the lure, but it's most likely going to be the pole at this point because the lure's not seeming to do as well as I thought it would. A lot of the perch in the canal, this time of year specifically, have gone a bit dormant around me for some reason. Usually you whip the most, but today's different. Oh dear, the sun's setting. I'd imagine that means I've got about 20 minutes left, so I'm going to make the most of it. Basically, at the moment, in my eyes anyway, I've caught nothing. Obviously I've had the little gudgeon, but I don't class them as catches anymore. They're too small, and they're just an annoying little species to catch. They're nice once in a blue moon, once I'm catching amongst other fish, but for now, no. All I'm worried about is just catching a perch. But I mean, to catch the perch, I've got to fish, and I'm not fishing at the moment. So I'm gonna have to get back in. No, see them ripples there? I've just had a gudgeon on the pole, slipped back in the water, I'm gutted. Only there would have been a fish to show at least. Problem with my lure is, I'll bring it in the camera here, I've still got the wire trace on from a few fishing sessions ago when I was going for pike. I don't know whether I should take the wire trace off for little perch, because in my eyes I think it scares them away. Good news is I'm getting more and more bites on that little pole by the second. Bad thing is, I know they're all gudgeon bites. Here we go. No, it came off again. Another bad thing, a barge is coming. See the barge there? I have approximately 30 seconds to catch a fish before it destroys the swim. Saying that, I'm having a few little tiny nibbles. Come on, just bite it all the way and I'll catch it before the barge comes. That would be unbelievable. Well, that didn't go as planned as I thought it would. My plan to catch a fish before the barge came past didn't work. I really did think that coming with a pole and a lure at the same time, I would have caught about 10 fish by now at least, but no, that's not the case. Obviously I can't expect to catch much this time of year. Whatever I do catch, I've got to thank for it really, because you don't catch much. It's cold in the water, fish are more likely to be very at the bottom feeding. I don't know if they will feed though, I don't know. But I'd say in about 4 or 5 months the fishing should get better. In April next year the fish will come back to life and I'll be catching like before. A nice big bite just went on that. I don't know if you saw then, the rod tip's just bent, so that could have been a perch bite. Definitely could have. You know when it's a perch though, the perch put up decent fights. Even if they're this big, they'll put up a nice fight with you. Here we go, something's definitely playing with that. The float is going on a little ride across the canal, meaning I probably got a fish on, so I was right. Oh no, it came off. There was a little gudgeon on, as I suspected, but decent. I'm probably going to push it out for 5 more minutes now, just 5, because it's getting very cold and the sun's about to set and I need to head in. But in that 5 minutes, chances are I might catch a gudgeon. I hope you're all really excited to watch me catch a gudgeon again. Unfortunately, I might just have to pack away now because I can sense, hold on, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on, I'm not too sure what it is. It's a gudgeon, it's a gudgeon, I've caught a gudgeon. Yippee, look at that. Caught a little tiny gudgeon, that is, looks edible the thing does, I ain't being funny. It's about the size of a fishing lure, that is. Wow, it's getting that though, but you guys have seen me catch another fish now. That's 2 fish for the pole, 0 for the lure. Just as I was saying I was going to pack up as well. But now I actually think it is a good time to pack away, because the pole is no longer in the water and I'm going to pack it away. Well, that was that. Fishing with a pole and a lure. Not as successful as I would have liked to. But it was a nice little experience, a nice little day out, so I'm not too fussed. Next time I do this video, not the same video obviously, but I'll be coming fishing with the pole and lure again next year in April or so, because I do want to catch on both of them. I think a 2-in-1 video would be pretty cool. But with that all said and done, I've got to wrap the video up here sadly, so I hope you all enjoyed watching very much. I'll see you all in the next one, but before you go, like the video, subscribe to my channel please and put the bell on. But I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.